Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Red Car Effect. My name is Shiko. If you're just finding me, welcome. I hope you find something that makes you stay. If you're returning, thank you. I appreciate you. Uh, it is a beautiful day. The cloud on the other side that looks like it might make this day a little more, different. But I like my background. My background is nice and pretty and blue. So, yeah, enjoy the background. Today I want to talk about being yourself. This is a tricky one. We had an episode about who are you, or who am I, who are you. Now I want to talk about being yourself. What does it mean to be yourself? Who is yourself? Yourself has been defined by so many things: your experiences, what people have told you, your environment, your intentional things that you've picked up on purpose, which can be good or bad. I asked my partner this the other day: how much of who you are is deliberate, is intentional? For the longest part of my life, who I was just things that were out of my control, or things that just happened to me. Maybe I was mean because someone did something mean, or something happened in my life and made me mean. Not consciously, but I was exhibiting symptoms of mean girl, or being unkind, or being rude, or being nonchalant, or just being something that I did not intentionally choose to be. So the question I asked him was, how much of who you are is intentional? How much of it did you actually decide that I want to be this person? I want to be a person who does this. And what did you do about it? In my case, when I decided I wanted to be a particular way, I started intentionally and deliberately looking for the information. Again, I keep going back to seeking. I sought the people that are living the life that I want, that are being the people that I would want to emulate, because you are a collection of the people you have copied. There's a guy on social media, I came across him once a long time ago, but he said he's just a combination of habits that he's picked up from different people. So he'll see this person and go, I like that, he does that. He'll see someone else dressed really nice and go, I like that, and he does that. And he will pick up very many things, even how he spoke. He saw someone who spoke the way he would have wanted to speak, and he decided he's going to speak like that. And it became him. We don't know any other version, right? I don't know any version of him, so I think that is him. And that is exactly what life is. Life is a culmination of things you have decided to be and things you have decided to copy. So now I am very deliberate about the things that I'm copying and the people that I am copying. I'm not just letting life happen and then I become what life has made me. I won't have someone be mean to me, or a family member act funny, and it now makes me a bitter person, or an angry person because someone else did something. Being yourself entails accepting your quirks, the things that make you, your voice, the way you dress, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you treat your body, the way you treat your mind, the way you treat your spirit. Everything is related, everything is connected. So if you can decide to be a version of yourself that you are proud of, I think you'll be doing yourself a great justice. You'll be doing a big favor to yourself. Because the worst thing you can do is get to a later age in life, and look back and go, I was a shitty human. I could have done better. I could have done this, but I could have worked differently. I could have left my dead-end job earlier and pursued something that I liked. I could have cared about my appearance. I could have cared about how I treated my family. I could have cared about the amount of time I spent with my family. Last night I got one of these forwards in a group where this lady was saying, was looking back at her life, and she was rethinking her priorities. She said she had gotten married at 25, gotten her PhD at 27 or was it 29, and by 40 she was a professor. So she was busy. She prioritized her career and her life and her work at the detriment of something. There's always something that's losing. Everything you give time to is taking time away from something else. So if your priority is work, which is well and good, that's your priority, you are also taking time away from other things. So this lady was saying that she was also busy for her family, and she is seeing the results of that now in her 60s, and she's trying to warn people to organize their priorities, have better priorities. Your priority should be the relationships you're building. Work will end. I've seen my brother-in-law has retired. My brother-in-law retired early last year, and he is the best version of retired that I have ever seen in my life. He was a doctor of something, not an MD, but a doctor of something. He's got masters. He was a soil expert. He is a soil expert. And as soon as he left employment and now started doing his own thing, like he was done, he's now retired, he went back to the hobbies that he had, which had taken a backseat, but they had been there. There was a point in his life for a couple of years where he just stopped working and he just focused on some things that he liked to do. He did carpentry, he did just a bunch of things. So when he went back to work, those things had to take a backseat for his career to progress. He's written papers, he reads people's papers. Like he's a smart guy. All things considered, like he's just a smart guy. He's a brilliant human. And how he's structured his life, I don't know if it was on purpose or it just happened like that. Right now he is back to the things he loves. We grow mushrooms together. He has become a mycologist. Like he caught up with me. I've been doing this from 2019, 2020. In the past year, he's caught up so much. We are at par. I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years, almost 6 years. And in a year, he has gotten so good as a mycologist, as a mushroom farmer, as a mushroom grower, that I am in awe. I am in awe at how he has structured his life, how he has structured his retirement, if it was on purpose or not. He bikes a lot. Like he'll have a whole day where he bikes 40 kilometers. I don't know if he does that, but he does. He's in pretty good shape. He's happy. He hangs out with the people he wants. He will go on hikes. He will hang out with his wife. He is busy. He also still takes the on-off contract. I'll call it a gig. Like he'll be called to give a talk here or to oversee something a day, a week. He doesn't take it for very long periods because he still wants to maintain his retired status, but he's still getting some cash coming in, and he's happy doing what he's doing. And I think that is the best version of retired I can think of. So back to this lady who was saying she tried to celebrate her 60th birthday, and her kids are too busy to come. They're all out of the country. One is in Canada, the other one is, they're scattered. And for her 60th birthday, only I think one sibling was able to make it. And I think at the end, I think one sibling had decided she was going to come. The daughter, the lady has 2 sons and a daughter. So the daughter, who lives in South Africa, decided she was going to come for the birthday, for the 60th birthday. And at the last minute, she couldn't because she was pregnant and this and that and the other, like life things. She was busy. She didn't make it. So this lady in her 60s is sitting down looking at her life and rethinking her choices that she cannot go back and change. So she's trying to tell people, the newer generation, the younger generation, to be a bit more deliberate, to be more selfish. The word I would use for it is selfish. If you are selfish, selfish means you love yourself. You will make plans that benefit you in the future. We always think selfish is, African perspective, selfish is not a good thing. But when you grow up, you realize selfish is the best thing you can be. Selfish is the best thing you can do for yourself. So now she's telling people, please be selfish. Care about your relationships more than you care about the careers and things, because think about it this way. Your employer will replace you within days of you, say, getting sick or dying or whatever. You drop dead and see how fast you're replaced in that career that you gave your all while you ignored your family and ignored the people who were supposed to matter. I've seen this in my family. I've seen this with my dad, who our relationship is now a little bit better than it was. Actually, it's pretty good. But I can see how he thinks, and I can see where his mind is at, and he's really struggling with this. He's struggling with the thoughts that have put him in a place where he's not very happy being. The relationships he built, the relationships he valued, were not the relationships that he should have valued. And I think now he's seeing it. He still has his family in his life because, we forgive. I got to the point where you just forgive people and accept them for who they are, especially if they're that close, like a parent or a sibling or someone who's close, someone you care about. You will accept them for who they are. But then you still have your boundaries. Your boundaries are still important because they keep you sane. They keep you sane and they keep your bubble kind of clean, so that you can move, you can proceed, you can grow without too much interference. I have learned to value and respect my relationships. My close friends are important to me and I make time for them. My kids are my life and I make as much time as I can to be with them and to raise them and to play with them and to have activities, and we paint and I do all these things deliberately, knowing that if I'm too busy for them, I will be failing to build a relationship. A relationship is built early on in the everyday things, everyday activities. That's how relationships are built. So if I am too busy for them now, at some point they'll get their lives, because that will be their normal. Their normal will be grown-ups are busy. So when they are grown-ups, they will be busy, and they'll be busy for everybody. So if that is how life works and you're able to see it now, and if you listen to the older people, so many pages actually, so many channels of pages and businesses are literally built on this premise of teaching the youth or showing the youth that there are things that should be valued and there are things that can take a backseat. Career should never take the space of relationships, important relationships. And I am lucky, I'm very, very lucky, I'm blessed to be in a place where I know that at this point when my kids are young and I can do things to build the relationships. I'm happy when I see my kids always coming to me with all their issues, all of them. Like my relationship with my kids is very different to the relationship I had with my mother and with my parents. And I am glad that I am aware enough to know that it is different, and I am doing it different on purpose. It's not going to happen by accident. It's not like, I will do better because the times have changed. Like, you will do better because you have chosen to do better. I am doing better, in my opinion, because I am choosing to do better. I'm choosing to build a relationship with my spouse, with my kids, with my family, with my sisters, with my cousins, with my close friends. That doesn't mean that I am not giving time to myself. I give the most time to me. I really do give the most time to me. When I wake up in the morning early, I don't know who says at the ass crack of dawn. I wake up at the ass crack of dawn because I want to have my own time before the kids wake up and my time becomes theirs. I will sleep an hour after my kids have gone to bed because I want that last hour to be my hour. At least if my spouse is around, we'll hang out, we'll do something. And then I will still give 30 minutes to myself. Not to him, not to anyone, not to social media, not to just to me. If I decide to read a book, I'll read a book. If I decide to work on something that I want to finish or something I'm trying to learn, I will do that at that time. That's what I deem as giving myself time. That is time for me to grow, to better myself, to improve myself. And generally, I found that it's worked for me really, really well. Really, really well. And I highly, highly encourage people to just sit still. Try every morning, sit still for a few minutes and listen to what your mind is telling you. Just listen to what your thoughts are, because your thoughts are shaping your life. If your thoughts are shaping your life, if you listen to your thoughts, you will know what you're thinking. You will know where your life is heading. Thoughts are things. I remembered on the first episode of this Red Car Effect, I talked about Earl Nightingale and him saying that you become what you think about. If you want to find that talk on YouTube, it's under The Strangest Secret. So he says he's telling you about the strangest secret in the world. So that's what caught my attention, the strangest secret in the world that people don't know about, and I didn't know about it. So it is a strange secret that is everywhere. It's in the Bible, it's in the Quran, it's in the Tao, it's everywhere, but we don't use it because we don't teach it. We don't teach that everything we are doing is shaping our lives. Everything we are thinking is shaping our lives. Joe Dispenza says, if you're not being defined by a vision, your vision of the future you want, you are being controlled by your past, by an image of your past, by thoughts of your past. And there is nothing worse than that, because the past is the past. That's what I relate to the statement, I think, in the Bible that says, let the dead bury their own. Let the past stay in the past. It is there. It is a place of reference, not a place of residence. The past is a place of reference. You look back, you see the lesson, and then it helps you move forward. You don't stay there. You don't dwell in the past. It is the past. It really can't do much for the future. Dwelling on the past is one of the most useless things you can do. And one of the topics I want to talk about is giving up your personal history. It's probably going to be the next topic I talk about. Giving up your personal history. The one person I think who's talked about this the most has been Wayne Dyer. And he says it really, really well, but we'll get to that. But for today, I really wanted to focus on being yourself and deciding what yourself is. If yourself is a person who likes pottery, please do pottery. Please try, take a class, learn it. If yourself is a person who is fashionable, you're very fashionable. Like, there's people who will tell you, damn, you look good, you're always classy, you know how to put things together. Do it, just chase it, even if it's as a hobby. Chase that as a hobby. And you never know where it'll take you. That might end up being the way you live your life, the thing that gets you your bread and butter every day. So don't put anything off. It's all by design. There are no accidents. You like it because it was put there for you to use. Back to the Bible, the talents. Guys were given talents. I wasn't quite sure what the hell talents were. I thought they were coins. So those guys were given talents. One was given 5, another was given 3, the other was given 1. The person with the 5 multiplied theirs and had a lot to show when the person who gave them returned to ask. The other person, I think, also multiplied, and the last person just buried theirs and had the same one thing that it never grew their talent. I think that is innately wrong. Everything in nature grows some way. And if you're not growing forward, if you're not growing to better yourself, trust me, you're growing the other way. Because change and movement is there all the time. So if you're not purposely growing yourself to be better every day, you are deteriorating every day. There is no staying constant. Nothing stays the same. It is a constant change. Give an example. There's a plant next to me. I've been staring at this plant for a while. I'll probably give a closer image of it. And I look at this. I don't have plants yet. I love plants. I don't have plants yet at my house. So I come up here at the terrace and just sit. There's a couple of potted plants. And this particular one looks like it's been struggling. So since I've been here, I've been trying to kind of just do a few things to wake it up. And it is waking up, but very, very slowly. It's deteriorating. It's in a pot. A pot is already a limited environment. It cannot go and search for nutrients, this plant. So it has to be given nutrients. And actually, I think I'll do it. I'll start getting some food scraps from the house and I'll carry it. I'll be carrying them up here and I'll feed this plant. And over time, we'll see how it grows. We'll see how it does. Just organic matter, nothing else. I'll just put organic matter in it. Food scraps from the house. Fruits, veggies, the ends, whatever can decompose. I'll put here and have it as compost. And we'll have a look within the few weeks, after a few weeks, and we'll see how it does. And life is generally like that. If you can purposely build yourself and live authentically as you, not constantly just changing with everything that messes with your mood, I think you're well on your way to establishing a solid future for yourself. If nothing else, it'll just give you peace. It'll give you a lot of peace such that people know who you are. You're not very wishy-washy. You're a pendulum. You're hot, you're cold, you're hot, you're cold. You have kind of a nice balance, and a nice balance that you can see, that people can actually look at and go, yeah, this one is normally just like this. This person is like this. It's not out of character for them. Oh, excuse me, I just barked. This thing is not out of character for them. And once people know who you are and they feel like they can trust you, the world will just, it'll put things along your way to make your path a lot easier, a lot smoother, a lot more peaceful. Because peace doesn't come by having a lot. Peace just comes by accepting who you are and being at peace with the person you are. When you are a tyrant, you don't feel good, and people around you don't feel good, and people avoid you, and that shapes your life. At the end, you will be alone. People do not generally gravitate towards tyrants and bullies. So if you decide on who you want to be, pick up the good habits and pick them up deliberately. Then live up to those things that you have picked up. If the characteristics you're trying to pick up are of a person who's kind, don't be mean. Don't be mean to people. If you're trying to pick up a disciplined person's character, you have to be careful about when laziness creeps in. You have to be able to talk yourself into doing the thing that's difficult. It'll only be difficult when you start, but as momentum catches on, momentum just takes over and you keep going. I went back to the gym after God knows how long, and I'm finding it's still a little iffy, but I'm keeping at it. I try to do it 3 times a week. And if I don't hit the gym, I'll get out and walk. I'll drop the kids in school, come home, park the car, get back out and walk if the weather's good. It gets really hot here. Coastal areas are pretty hot. But I try to put in the work. And every time I push past the thing that's telling me, oh, not today, I don't feel like it. It's just, at the end of that workout, at the end of the time, if I walk or I go to the gym, whatever I do, at the end of it, I feel really good, and it sets my day up for just joy. I'm just happy, and I'm lucky, and most people probably not think this is lucky, but I'm lucky enough to be able to spend at least 2-3 hours a day alone, just thinking and planning and meditating and being grateful for what I have and setting plans. And isolation. When you're put in a place where you don't have very many people, very many things very many things grabbing you or fighting for your attention, it is a blessing. It is a blessing if you choose to look at it as a blessing. But I know people who look at it as, I'm so bored and I want to go home and I want to do this and I want to go back to the life that I was familiar with. And well, that creates confusion, because if there are no accidents, you are where you are because you're meant to be where you are. So you need to accept the moment in front of you as if you had chosen it. And that makes life so much easier. Even if the moment is a crappy moment, accept it as if you'd chosen it. Okay, I am here now. This is what is happening. How can I move past this smoothly? Don't complain. There are no accidents. You're meant to be there. You're supposed to be experiencing the thing that you're experiencing. If it is not growing you, it is teaching you something. For me, I found that whatever doesn't grow me is teaching me something. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Take the lessons in strength and take them in stride. It's all working out for your highest good. It's all working out for your highest purpose. It's working out for you. Everything is working out for you. Nothing is happening to you. We need to remember that. Thank you for staying with me and listening to my rant. I hope you got something from it today. And I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. It'll help me. Thank you and have a lovely day.